BioStock is at the Swiss Nordic Bio conference, and we've been lucky enough to get a word with Christopher Bengtsson from Business Sweden. Business Sweden is a co-host of this event. So, Christopher, what is your event role? What do you do when it comes to the organizing, and why is it important for you to take part?
Yeah, thank you for the question. So, Business Sweden, we have been organizing the Swiss Nordic Bio on behalf of the Nordic countries for the last 14 years. And the conference was founded 19 years ago by the Nordic countries and InnoSwiss. And for us, it's very important to build this platform to enable Swedish life science companies to meet with investors and big pharma here in Central Europe.
I was wondering if you could explain a bit how this is an important platform for Swedish life science companies.
It's the important platform because we can connect with, in a very easygoing setting like it is here. We're a bit more than 200 people, but 1 out of 4 people here are either a big pharma representative or one kind of an investor, meaning that you will have an unprecedented possibility to meet with the people you try to reach. And that is something we often hear from the Swedish companies, that in the big conferences it's so hard to reach actually the people you actually want to meet. And here you have, it's a small setting, everyone are here, and you can just pop out to someone. And that is what is so important for us. We from Business Sweden, me and my team, we're always there to do the intros as well. So we are not just a passive organizer, we really do everything we can to support the Swedish companies on site.
So you facilitate all the introductions and so on?
Exactly. So that is for us, not only that we have pre-booked one-on-one meetings. This year we have a record number of over 350 booked one-on-ones. But then during the coffee breaks, during the apéro and during the lunch, we are always there to do these introductions. We are imagining that it will probably be over 600 one-on-one interactions during the day.
So, I mean, you've covered a bit of this, but in your day-to-day work, how does Business Sweden help and support Swedish life companies to scale up and to enter an international market?
Yeah, I think it's, of course, now we're at a conference setting, and I think many companies perceive us as a conference host or a delegation role, but we do so much more, and we can also do so much more individually for Swedish companies. We have within our state funded programs through the state money. We can co-finance the projects we do with Swedish companies, meaning that we can support with partner searches, we can support with finding licensing partners, and even to establish in different countries. We did now, not long ago, a successful project in Asia, where our colleagues in Japan and Korea supported a Swedish SME to get in touch with the big pharma companies in Japan and Korea, which they had never met with before. And that is something where we can really do the extra mile for a Swedish company.
And turning to talk a bit about the life science in particular, what do you think it is that investors are looking for from a life science company right now?
Right now, I think we come from such a dire time, and it's been so hard for Swedish life science companies to really get the traction, to raise the money, and it's really the main essence why we do this. Sadly, we have seen over the years that some of the companies that participated in the past perhaps don't exist, and that makes this purpose even more important. What we hear every year from the investors is the importance of staying close to the business opportunity. It's so many companies that have so amazing science, so amazing research, but it gets lost in translation if you don't convert it to a proper business proposal. And that's such a pity, because and we see it during the pitches that is going on right now, and we see it during the one-to-one meetings, that they spend all the time and all their effort to promote the amazing research, but then blink over the business opportunity. And that is something I really would like to highlight to the companies, to focus more on the business case.
And what current trends do you see in the life science market at the moment?
I think what we saw this morning during one of the keynotes, how the quant computing is changing also, not only that we have seen it in many of the AI world and everything, but it's also starting to change the life science industry. And I think this will change over the whole spectra. It's to engage this incredible computer power into the life science sector can fasten the way to market, hopefully, for so many of the companies. And I think that will be a big game changer going onwards.
And this is maybe my most difficult question. Can you describe the Swiss Nordic Bio in 3 words?
I think it's incredibly hard to describe it in 3 words, but I would say accessible, because you can reach the people on site. Humble, because it's a very easygoing atmosphere. No titles. We deliberately take away the titles, which is not something that is common, especially here in Switzerland. And I would say affordable, because we do spend also from our state budgets to reduce the prices for participations here, and that is to enable the companies to be here.
And as a final, slightly more personal question, we're in Zürich now, there are a lot of ski resorts, but would you prefer skiing or racing, say at the Nürburgring? And you can explain why.
Yeah, I'm a dedicated skier. I started skiing myself with 3 years old, and one of the main reasons why I'm still here in this region. I'm based actually in Vienna, which is sadly slightly further away from the Alps. But I would say from Zurich, it's less than 2 hours with a train to St. Anton, which is one of the best skiing areas in Europe. And I'm actually will take my newborn son when for next year we will try to put him into the slope before I end my parental leave. So I'm really dedicated to see how far he comes.
Thank you so much, Christopher, for taking some time today.
Thank you.